Hola, mi familia. Welcome back to Inside Us. Today we are discussing a very important topic.
Family matters.
It does.
Yes, your family matters, our family matters, and at the same time, we want to look at some family matters, some issues that arise in family relationships. Now, quickly, I want to look at the definition or a definition for what family is. In human society, according to Wikipedia, a family or familia, which is a Latin interpretation or Latin version, is a group of people related either by recognized birth or by marriage or other relationships. So we know adoption, we know that, you have friendships, you have different ways that people come together as family, just as we have come together as Inside Us family.
Virtually.
Right. Right. So the purpose of families is to maintain the well-being of its members and society at large. It's within the context of family that, you nurture persons, younger persons, you teach them culture, people learn their different beliefs. You have a church family, you have
School family,
you have all different kind of association of family, and that's where we learn the things that we know. That's how we build society. That's how we come together and work together. So the purpose of the family, it's wide and large. Right. With all that said, right, family has its purpose and its place, and these very same people that we love and we cherish and we grow with and we know and all of that. Because we're individuals, sometimes we have conflict. And we're saying that conflict can happen in the family because of, different views and beliefs. Sometimes because of misunderstanding. Most of the time, because of misunderstandings, people cause fight, resent each other, find themselves not talk to one another for years upon years and all kind of something. Now we want to look at some of the things that can cause these things to happen, right? When we're in the family setting. Yeah. So,
first one, big one, money issues. Right? What we mean by money issues?
Worries.
Our land problem. We can't even put money/land problem.
What in the same if you call, because then guess what? At the end of the day, some of the time when we want the land is not even for live pan, I sell it and get the money, so I steal money. And put in that dead left.
Yes.
Look
but
here.
say the money one can stretch far and wide because here you can split it up in so many ways. They might beg your money and have it a war. Because you're supposed to have it, right? But that's like doing a layman terms. You get me? Then you can think about you have a business and them come mash it up because them borrow your money. What if them say money and
the amount, everything where you have
business
from the
and
business.
family no work. You hear that term there already, right? So I tell you the money one very wide.
Far,
but this
true.
one we're gonna stop at just deadlift. Let me say it right for the persons who are viewing from different countries.
So it's estate matters. When your uncle, your grandfather, your father, whoever it is, dies, and sometimes it's either
there's no will in place.
No, but sometimes when them leave the will and them hear,
forget what?
How comes you get this and me no get that, and it cause war for broke out, regardless of whether or not them have a will.
Yes.
You see, when them dead and no will no left, heaven help you.
Hell freeze over. Trust me.
Listen, family members really go to war about these things.
It's true.
So
they go to death about these things.
It's true, because as I said that on a serious matter, remember the case that we heard about, was it last year or early this year, where we heard that the lady got shot in church.
Yeah.
And then we heard that it was because of deadlift, like the family, her
man,
husband
I've heard
died,
of a lot.
Yes, so it's serious. It's serious.
It is serious.
We laugh, but it's not really a joke thing. A lot of times when family members die, you find a whole heap of things start to happen and some real grime and dirt come out of the corners.
That's true. But how do we fix something like this though? Seriously.
Me dear.
me I tell you what me that do. Me not tell a life. Me rather say if people affect me, I walk or leave it.
Yes, some of us will do that.
I am going to do that.
The truth is, when you assess the situation, is it really worth fighting over?
No.
Behaving the way that people behave sometimes? It's not worth it.
No.
So when you assess that and you realize that, okay, you can't find a middle ground. People won't come together and just settle. Sometimes what you have to do, you have to, take it to the lengths of the legal system.
And then guess what? That you can do that, but if a person wants to be very malicious, they're
still
going
gonna,
to.
yeah,
Right.
they're still gonna.
And so even if
roadblocks.
legally you have won over and say, okay, this belongs to me and whatever, you have people who are going to lengths to say, no, she don't deserve it, and I'm going to do your thing.
Right. And
so
they
is it
block
really
you.
worth it? If you realize it, go one way,
You can walk away.
Walk
It's best
away.
to walk away, because guess what? It's not worth your life. And then for no say, family member, your brother, sister, uncle, whoever it is, kill you over something where really, in a sense, like, just walk away.
Just walk away.
That's what I think.
That's the only thing I can say about this, to be honest. Because I bet you save your life, Dan.
That's true. But at the same time, some people really say, listen, no, I want to try to work it out. If you think you're in a family setting where you guys can sit down and come to a consensus and work it out,
Yeah, man, definitely.
then try that.
Yeah,
do
man,
that.
you can do that.
You understand me? Because
And
some people's...
The legal way for some people work. I'm just saying, if you see where it's not going to work and you say the person
man,
adamant
walk
say
away.
they
That's
need
true.
it, walk away.
Walk away. So the next thing we're looking at is envy. In other words, bad mind.
Red
That's what
eye.
Jamaican people call it. Bad mind, red eye, yes, envy. Where, for whether it's your money, whether it's your educational status,
that one day.
whatever it is, like one family member, whether it's brother, sister, cousin, whatever it may be, just
Not
don't want
supposed
to
to.
see the
Yes.
other person elevate.
Strive, yeah.
You must not be above me. How dare you? How can you honestly feel that way towards your family?
Even anybody but family.
Yeah, true. Anybody but family. Whether it's blood family or, as we say, family by marriage, or whichever way, it's your person. It's your loved one. It's somebody that
That's
you care
blood.
about, or you should care about. How do you do that? I mean, it's not that just that they think that, okay, you shouldn't be better than me, but people even go as far as to trying to do things to pull you down.
Yeah.
And they are saying, okay, she go on like she better than me, or she this or she that or whatever. And poor you sometimes don't do nothing. You don't do anything,
Is it a state of mind that these people
I
have?
definitely think it's a state of mind, because what else could
Because
it be?
sometimes the people them really not go like them better than you.
Them just live them life. They're just living their lives, but you interpret it as just because they're elevating and because they're being successful, rather than trying to elevate yourself.
Use that to motivate you.
Right, and say, boy, if she can do it, me can do it too.
do it. Or ask her, oh, you do that?
No,
Tell me
instead
how
of
you do
doing
it.
that, you try to bring her
You
down.
stay one side and
You talk bad things about her, you tear her down with other people, or him, because I know just females, whether him or her.
Yeah,
you
it's
understand
true.
me? It happens
it's true.
right
And I
across the
want to
board.
say some of them people are we say when I turn on and I help them and them still a draw with them.
And all when you help them, trust me, it's just like them say, you're sorry for Maga dog, them turn on and bite
So
you.
how you fix that?
Me don't know, because as you say, baptism. You say it's a state of mind.
It
so
is.
How do you change somebody's
State of mind?
state of mind? I don't know. Sometimes, as we say, it's caused by misunderstanding. So if it's a case where you find out, and me just say this because honestly, me don't know if me personally would I do it.
Yeah.
But if you find out that this is how somebody feels, a family member feels about you, maybe you can sit down and talk to them and explain to them, say, nothing like what you think.
Nothing like,
and try
yeah.
to see if you can.
And that's from the person
know?
who is on the receiving
Right,
end.
right,
But for
right.
the person who is giving, how do you help them change them state of mind?
That's what I'm saying. Because it's a state of mind, they are not going to by themselves change it.
Right. Okay, I get
Some
you.
kind of
I get you.
intervention has to
the
be
person
done.
on the receiving end would have to go.
Probably I forgot be the one they were going to try to help, because the person who is doing it don't even, it's a
They
state of
don't
mind for them.
recognize, and also some persons don't realize that they're doing it either.
And they don't realize that doing it is wrong.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Yes.
They don't realize that it's a wrong thing to do. So
Yeah.
they will continue to do it,
Yeah.
and they feel like
unless it's pointed
okay.
out. But what about the ones
Exactly.
when you point out to them and them say you can't turn them?
Yeah, and them the
Ray.
business. Well, I don't know. Again, some things you walk away. But then it's unresolved. But there's something that I want to say. Even though we're saying with some things you just walk away, a point to note, family is family.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally don't believe that you should ever have a family member where you're yet like a dose of poison and would never want to ever talk to them again. Or if them even sick, you would have walk past them on the road. If them drop down, you not help them. If them need help, you not. I don't think you should ever, no matter what somebody does, I don't think you should ever reach that state where you're not going to ever help them regardless of what is happening.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's
even
true.
though you walk away from the situation and just say, listen, there's no resolving this, it doesn't mean that you're going to hate them and not ever talk to them and all of that. You're just going to be the bigger person and say, you know what, it's not worth it.
But at the end of the day, it's family.
It's still your family.
Yeah.
Family matters.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
The next thing is the generation gaps. Do you remember when your mother couldn't grieve?
Every day.
That's what I'm saying. Generation gaps comes sometimes in a situation where teenagers and them mother, whether it's boy or girl, because it's happened both ways, boy or girl, boy, male to female, female to male, whichever way it won't work. Where you are at the stage when you're a teenager, a young person, where you are discover yourself
you
and
think
explore. You know everything,
Yeah.
and your parents telling you otherwise, and you just can't agree, and you wonder why that cross this woman and the man and leave me alone.
We were just talking about it about 5 minutes ago when we
Yeah.
were saying these kids nowadays who lives on the tablets and the games and the whatever, like, me never did race, so me playing a mud outside, right? And everything when me cook outside is mud and water.
And we played Dolly House.
Right? And I enjoyed those days. And I will never understand how them people just feed into this YouTube and
it's
everything.
It's a different age, and that's what
it
they are
is.
born into.
And so we are now being our parents.
And we don't get it.
We are now being our parents to say,
exactly.
in my time, like we have a time, but in my time, this we used to do, this me used to wear, and this and that, and we're like, ew.
Yeah. And it's the same thing now, because when we are saying to the kids no, that okay, this is not okay, or this and that, they might look at you like, what should I talk about? Should leave me alone? Have you ever been told that you're old?
Yeah, my brother tell me every day.
I mean,
I can't use Instagram good enough.
One like a girl, come tell me some old, like,
yeah.
I want to slap her.
Yeah. And we are tell our parents said them all.
Exactly. And so it's like the circle of life.
Yeah.
And so we're mentioning this
problem.
because guess what? A lot of times we have some relationship breaking down from that stage. So from your teenager until you reach umochin, you not have no good relationship with your parents.
Yeah.
That not good. That not supposed to happen.
Can't good.
Especially when you come on to parents.
It can't good.
That can't good.
Yeah.
Honor your father, your mother. I feel like that's something there for go all the way through.
Yeah.
And that's why we're mentioning it. Like it happens, and when you reach for them age, it'll go happen to you.
Yeah.
So think about that.
It's
Some
true.
people write off them parents and say because them this and because there is nothing.
And sometimes, we understand that things get that bad.
Yeah, they do.
That you have to love from a distance.
Yes.
But
That's a good point.
we're saying you can't hate and just walk away and
Yeah,
say, done with and
ever
write
deal.
off.
And if your
but love
parents-
from a distance.
And if your parents sick, you would have never even turned the black
No,
eye for
man.
help. What kind of something
No,
that?
sir.
No, that's
No,
not
sir.
right.
Mm-mm.
I would never agree with that.
No, man,
There
that
are
one they can't
situations
right.
where even molestation happen, where father molest daughter or whichever way it happens, right? And even in a situation like that, I know it'll go hard for forgive him and for whatever. But I don't think you should allow hatred to build in your heart to the state where if him need help down the line, you say would never help him. I don't know, it harsh.
Yeah,
you
for
know,
some people it might be touchy, and
Yes,
I mean,
it
who
is.
feels it knows it.
Exactly.
But we're just saying that love from a distance.
Yes.
Because sometimes when you leave from under the same roof, you realize that things work out a little better.
Yeah, man.
And
That's
the
true.
relationship kind of
That's
grow
true.
a little,
Some people, it's just like, you were saying at some point, you were saying that there's always this one person in your family we just can't get along with. I just can't take them because them always cause problem. Them can't tanker us and they're just always causing strife. Them always seek a argument or whatever. And sometimes it's when you move away from living under the same roof with that person,
you realize you get along with
them.
best friend. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder when this happen.
Yep.
Some people just can't live in the same house. That is just the truth.
Yes.
And when you live apart, you realize you wanna have a better relationship.
That's true. And so we want to point that out, and we have said, nobody write off your family.
Yeah.
No write them off. Even if you have to stay far, no write them off.
Yeah.
You have favoritism, no peerism, no parents. Young parents, old parents,
Middle age parent.
whatever stage of parenting you are at, please,
Yeah.
me a beg you no. Do not show favoritism to your children. It is not right.
And can I tell you that for some persons it's hard?
It
is, and I can understand why it could be, because let's say you have a child that, let's use Down syndrome, right? And so you're caring for that person more. You're more protective over that person. So it kind of seems as if you are showing more
love and
more love towards that child. But you don't know it's because people might not know
they need special attention.
Yeah, they're in need, so they need special attention. But you do have some parents who...
They make it very clear that, listen, at this one I'm a favorite.
Especially if it's two different fathers.
Hey.
Right?
Yes.
And so you can know, say, your father not treat me right. You can know.
The reason why I'm saying that you shouldn't do it, parents, you are setting up your children against each other. You're going to cause one to feel less than the other. You understand me? You're going to cause them for fight. You are make them hate each other and fight.
Yeah,
because of what you have done. Yeah, and the child that, especially the child that feels like the underdog, them are going to hate you and them brother and them sister, whoever it is.
Yeah, it's true.
Because of what you have done.
And that a build strife in the family.
Of course. And so even if you have a child that you have to give special attention, or a child, because sometimes the truth of the matter is some of our parents, they might like look something about me a little bit more than how them like you.
And it's normal. It's normal for me to feel, you get what I say, but you can't show it.
You can't show it up.
You can't show it.
You can't do that. And you have to be so careful because sometimes some people, it happens and they don't realize.
Yeah,
so you have to be very careful.
Yeah, you have to be aware.
If you have more than one pikini, more than one children, I'm saying to you, be careful of what you do because you are building a foundation for strife in your family when you do that.
That's
so
bad.
you have to be so careful. And if you find that you are in the position, how we would fix this now, if you find that you're in the position where you see that something like that is happening and you realize that one child feel like they're less than the other because in my family, my brother and sister, them always say it, say me are the favorite. I'm the eldest one. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm the favorite. But for whatever reason, there are different things that they might look at that think that that make them think that I'm the favorite. What the parent has to do in that situation is sit down with the children and say, no, nothing like that.
Yeah.
And explain the situation and really talk about it and let people be open about how they feel, because sometimes we don't realize what they're thinking, how they're feeling. So let them express it.
Yeah.
Before it gets too late, before some rock stone build up in their chest.
And not shoot down what they have to say because they have feelings too.
Yes, they do. And it can be a misunderstanding.
It could be.
But if you sit them down and talk to them and allow them to talk, you can clear it up.
And you know what is big on that too? You need to apologize.
True.
You will have to apologize.
Because sometimes you are in error.
Yeah.
And you need to let them know, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was doing this.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Because sometimes you might really not realize that I'm doing this. But
and even if you didn't realize, say, all right, Miss sorry, me shouldn't do that and whatever. And really say, whatever.
Let me make it up to you.
And then we already kind of cover the black sheep thing where we are saying, I have some people where...
Yeah.
You just can't, the family member, they just, Jesus, please, them go out of them way. At least you think they go out of their way to cause problem.
True,
because I know most that them are doing now.
So that is true. Because sometimes maybe they must say, why not us? I make you look like some troublemaker and them don't believe them are doing nothing wrong.
Right. And their personality might be a little bit different from what the rest of us are doing or whatever, but that doesn't mean that something is wrong with them.
That's
it don't mean that, because sometimes it's a lot of crosses.
Not because me different means there's something wrong with me. I always use that to people. That same
true.
sentence, I always say it.
Yeah.
Not because I'm different means that something is wrong.
Yeah, that is so true. And so sometimes we have to be so careful.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's a way in which we treat these people because they are different.
Yeah.
Why them just outrightly become rebellious and do some of the things them with them do.
Good point.
So we need to be so careful.
Yep. And the last one is, the one you touch it, in-laws. The disconnect with the in-laws.
Look here. I'm personally one of those people who say, you know what? If I know that somebody doesn't like me, I'm not going to go out of my way to say, them lucky and do things, to purposely offend people. Mm-hmm. But if I know you don't like me and you don't accept me, I'm just going to stay away from you. That's me. Not saying that you should do that.
Yeah.
Right? And a lot of times, the in-law thing, it starts right there. So whether it's a mother-in-law or whatever it is, whether it's a female to their in-laws or a male to the in-laws, it usually starts right there where them just never think you were the right pick for them daughter or them son.
And I want to say right there that if you are one of those persons who believe that you should have a say in your child's choice of partner,
right?
Please step away. And I'm saying that very nicely. I understand that you may see something that is not good for him.
Right.
But let him find it out or let her find it out for themselves.
That's true. You
can point it out. But you can't stop him or her from choosing the partner of their dreams.
Yeah, you can give your advice. If that's what you think, if you don't think that whatever, you can give your advice. But if the person is insistent or sure that this is what they want and they have chosen it, you don't have no right. I don't think you have any right.
You don't.
Whether you're mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, whoever you want to be, have any right to mistreat the person.
And because you don't have no right, it simply means then that you should be nice to that person, whether or not. Once they not disrespect you,
be respectful.
Be respectful.
That's the right word. Because we not say go out of your way to be nice. Because if you don't really like the person or you didn't think that was a perfect fit, you know, it might be fake if you're really going out of your way to. But be respectful. Be respectful enough to respect the person, to respect your son or your daughter's choice.
Yes.
Respect the person that they are with. And allow the relationship to be a respectful one.
Yeah.
And even more so when a child comes into the picture. Mm-hmm. Because it's one of the worst things when in-laws cause rift in the family. It's one of the worst.
And why
things.
is it that I'm always seeing the rift between the mother-in-law?
I don't know, there's a mother-in-law thing.
It's
because
a mother-in-law.
I think, you know,
father-in-law, not yet.
You know what it is, most of all, it's like the mother hen thing. So the mothers to them son
protect
them overprotective with them son, and them not feel like you have some mother-in-law when they believe say no woman good enough for them pitney. No matter what you try to do, you're just not good enough for them pitney. And that's a fallacy. You can't do that because you can't marry to your son.
That me just like a seconds. Like
you can't marry to your son, and if you even think your son take up one wife where you think because you are, you know, more mature in certain things, you think that she doesn't know how to take care of you.
You take her under your wings,
man.
Yeah, man. And that, but just like I say, no come here and say, all right, then fine. The man finally say, I'm going to choose that woman. And you realize that the woman can't cook and can't clean. As a mother, because you're not just a mother-in-law, you're a mother.
Yes.
Right? When the man married the girl, she's now your child.
Your daughter-in-law.
You lose a son and you gain a daughter. Yeah?
Exactly.
You take that woman under your arm now and you say, all right, then here what?
Sure, the
on a Saturday, you can come over and I'm going to show you how you bake a cake. You know, tell us she can't bake, you know. You say to her, I'm going to show you. I'm going to teach you to my recipe. You
man, build up a relationship.
Cook. Build the relationship.
And don't be disrespectful about it. Because you're going to come say, come and show you if you cook, because you can't cook.
Listen.
Who are going to go nowhere with you like that?
Dreezas. Say, me knock pan board. Me get the best mother-in-law and best father-in-law I could have get. Me tell you that. Yeah? You see when my mother-in-law talk to me, she said, Shelly, anything. Me not come here, come tell you which curtain for put up now.
Right. You know, all them something that she's a speed.
Mother-in-law walk a draw and pan window said, go wash it. Listen, dirt.
Yeah, it's true. There's something then right. You make people feel uncomfortable and incompetent. And
man.
No, it's not right.
Don't do that, man.
I mean, unfortunately, my mother-in-law has passed on, but I can say that she was a good woman.
Yes.
In the sense that, listen, she never tried to show me no bad face or nothing, and even if she never liked me, she didn't go tell me, she keep her corner.
Exactly.
You understand me? She was the type of person who was more of a quiet person and stuff, but she has never shown me any bad face or anything like that. You understand me?
And that way I try to say.
If you really don't, if you're not the person who's gonna get all involved and go and teach the daughter-in-law, whatever, keep your corner, man, and make sure you figure a way out. Who did teach you? Who did help you? Who did run you? How you figure out your way?
All right then. Okay. Give me a chance, miss.
Exactly. Yes.
Can no for married young. Give me a chance, man.
Yeah,
oh,
we have
gosh,
to learn.
Man.
So there are ways, things will happen. That's basically what we are saying today. Things will happen in the different contexts of family. But we have to find ways to resolve the different issues. If it is that you think, you have to look into the thing and assess if it is worth fighting over.
Yeah.
If conflict come up, you know, where argument and whatever, you have to try to step away if you feel like you're too angry for talk about
people might always say this. Some things just drag your energy.
Yeah.
And if you see something where just a pull by your strength, you're not worth it. You're really not worth it. May I tell you the truth?
One of the worst things me can, because like, me grew up in a one ghetto community, a garrison community, where every other day, Remember the little?
Study a war with family.
Family members are fling big stone and run down them one another. Cause one of the worst thing can happen. The people who are your family, right, are the persons who will know your deepest, darkest secrets and know your weakness and know everything. And if you see them come out a street and lay out all of your material in front of everybody else.
And we can give a flip to that. You know, say you have some family where don't talk to each other. But when them and somebody else out rather find a run, go fight for them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I have some family member will stay so.
But don't touch
her button.
Don't touch me
That
sister.
is true. Yeah, man, them will bust your head and beat you up for them family, even though them and the family member not talk. And that's what me I try to say. That's the point I'm making. Even if me and friend and chummy, it not to be a case where you see something happen to your family member, you just walk past them and spin up your face and say,
yeah.
business.
Yeah.
Can't be right. Family can't live so. You have to find a way for work it out because family matters.
Yeah. Guys, if you are having any conflicts that you would like to share anonymously, of course, or even give us some points, I mean, some things that you see might happen around you, of course, we're asking you, comment down below. Of course, put up the thumbs up on the video, like it.
Yes.
Share it and subscribe if you have not. If you are here for the very first time and view for the very first time, we welcome you and we ask you to press that subscribe button because you won't want to miss any more of our episodes.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for watching and we'll see you next week.